And hello, hello, hello. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm joined to Scout Derek here as we are now doing a Div A matchup between 5th Jaguar Dragoons and POG. I don't know what POG stands for. Poglodites, that's it. Uh, some pretty big names on both teams, as 5th Jaguar Dragoons has starters from JGX, the current reigning world champion, and POG has players from EMP and Oops. EMP being former world champions, and Oops getting, I believe, top 4 in 2 World Cups.
That's right. Both teams actually have not lost a single matchup against any of the other teams they faced off against. Black Omen having a bye week initially, so they've won one less match than Poglodites. However, I think this match is going to be very, very interesting and seeing how the final results pan out
Actually, this
in
team
the
is
very
not
last
Black
few
Omen.
matches.
This is Fifth Jag Dragoons, and Fifth Jag Dragoons have
Apologies.
lost. Yeah, they've gone 2-1. I
Yes.
believe they
So,
lost to GNX week 1.
did they?
Yes.
Well, hopefully they can take off a win of Poglodites and maybe we can see some different results at the end.
Mm-hmm. Some commentary in chat about Hellbore. Definitely not the favorite comp pick map, and I can see why, but Hellbore being on the light drop is probably the best pick because this map requires serious maneuverability, and what better pick for that than the light drop?
And it looks like 5GX is already locked and ready to go, so that gives Poglodites, I believe, 3 minutes, correct?
I believe 5 minutes is the ISC
5
timer.
minutes, okay.
Yeah.
Plenty of time to prepare and figure out what they need to do.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think, I don't believe spawn lances change much on this map. They both should be in the pockets on the north and south side. I don't think they actually determine
As
much
far,
on your movement.
no, they do not. On this map specifically, they always spawn on the opposite sides of the map. They do not alternate position-wise. Maybe they're back a little bit further, or maybe more up front a little bit more, but for generally most game modes, they're in the same spot. So yesterday we talked a bit about how in the lighter drops, generally speaking, you do want to be more active and scouting those positions to see where the enemy's going to be at. I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure what it's just going to boil down to is it's going to probably be a wolf pack just going along, maybe having a mech or two ahead to scout the enemy positions, and then from there, we'll see both teams engage, and I think it'll be fairly quick.
Yeah. I am pretty much expecting a light brawl here. Five J, Fifth Jag Dragoons and Black Omen have historically been using a lot of HMG lights this comp. Locust 1V, Javelin, that kind of stuff. So that's what I am expecting from them. Oh, and Poglodites just had someone drop. It wouldn't be a Div A match without some last minute mech labbing.
Of course.
And then I imagine Poglodites will stick to their tried and true style of something like the Light Peep Katana Cat, and then just a lot of small pulse lights.
We'll probably see the cat for sure, but again, I think it's just going to be really fast paced, so. But in these higher division matches, usually, if you're having Overwatch, usually the Overwatch are the ones that really make the match overall for each team. And it looks like Team 2 is locked and we're ready to go.
Let's get right to it. Alrighty, so on the 5th Jaguar Dragoon side, we see a Javelin 11F, 2 Javelin 11Fs, a Urban Mech K9, Phoenix Hawk 2, Dervish 6MR, and a Quick Draw 5K. So, 2 HMG lights, and then the rest just seem to be a medium pulse stack deck. What do we have on the
For the
POG side?
For Poglodites, it looks like a similar setup with the Javelins, Katana Cat, as we talked about, a Black Knight, a Phoenix Hawk, and a Firestarter.
Black Knight's running 5 light peeps and 4 small bolts. So, 3 light peep mechs with the Firestarter, Katana Cat, and Black Knight.
And it looks like the Phoenix Hawk has medium pulse.
And then 2 HMG Javelin. So it seems that both sides are running pretty similar decks, with the exception of Black Omen seem to lean a little harder, or not Black Omen, 5th Jag seem to lean a little harder into the MPLs, while Poglodites is leaning a lot harder into the light.
And it looks like Bowser's already just taking easy shots, easily showing off that getting the high ground early on with faster mechs does make the difference. And now they know where they're coming from, coming along that theta right side, popping up a UAV to see where they're at.
Flank.
He has to be very careful that they don't spot him, but I don't think the 5th Dragoons will notice him. I think they're just going to stay near the center and maybe potentially try to push up. But the Poglodites have lines of sights everywhere. And Bowser moving up, using the jump shots on that Katana Cat to get the high ground, making sure they don't make any sneaky moves.
Yeah,
and it looks like the Javelin
5th Jag Dragoons is very corralled here. However, Stimrog runs up, pops UAV and immediately bails. Takes 9% damage, which honestly is a pretty fair trade given how close he got to pop the UAV, and they did confirm where all of 5th Jag Dragoons are. Texan and Kong Lord still all the way down on the Sigma flank. Not sure what they're aiming to achieve there, but I'm not sure it's going to matter, because as long as 5 JDX can't close, Bowser and the Light Peep Katana Cat is just going to have free reign against his opponents.
And Pasha, along with Kieran, moving along the low ground, trying to get the lines of sights.
Kieran's going to get Sigma.
However, Kong notices Kieran.
Kieran takes a big hit in the leg, though.
It looks like Kieran's going for Sigma right now.
Yep. At least establishing cap parity against Poglodites. Yep. Kieran, though, is currently red in the leg.
Is he now?
Yep. Red armor. He's not open leg. Just red armor. As the light peeps were a bit out of optimal, but still, though, Kong getting that early shot against the leg, getting its armor softened before the fight even has begun. That's huge early damage.
Looks like Texan moving up, trying to get some lines of sights, trying to figure out where the enemy's at.
Yeah,
it looks like 5th Dragoon's rotating it back. Yes, he did. That K9 took quite a bit there.
Yep, he's currently
almost
soft CT. Yeah.
Red armor, yellow structure, not looking good for him.
Yep. And the one who's taken the most damage on the other side seems to be Temu, actually.
Not
Temu's soft
much,
CT
though.
as well, but yeah, not quite as the Irby, but you know, Kong is trying to cross, and the light peeps are just so oppressive here against the medium pulse mechs. Fifth Drag Dragoons really needs to close in, or else they're not going to win any of their trades. And now that POG has the 2 cap as well, they are really sitting swell.
Those UAVs also giving information as well to both teams, more so to the 5th Dragoons and Poggledice, as the Poggledice had moved up a fair bit. And now Weapon Master out of position, actually.
Getting caught on
taking
by
a little bit of way too much damage. And now he's legged. And I think that's it for him.
Yeah, immediately caught out of the open and got hardcore capitalized on. Konglord down to 79%. However, given the fact that they just took out the second heaviest mech 5th Jag Dragoons has, that's a more than fair trade.
And now it looks like the Dragoons are going to make a move on that Black Knight. Kong has to back up.
Kong is not open CT yet, though.
No, he is not. And now the rest of the lights from POG.
Texan is diving in, though. Bearclaw's legged.
Bearclaw goes down. Now Kieran is out of position. He needs to back up.
Yep.
And
Pasha bringing the Overwatch to bear.
Next.
Yep, Pasha bringing the Overwatch to bear of the 4 ER large Grasshopper, but it's just not enough DPS to stop this onslaught here. As Naveed drops down, taking too much damage, is now Zio's up top, who is down to 63% in his Javelin. He's trying to go for Konglord before it's over, but I'm not sure he's going to get it.
I think he's going to go down too very shortly.
Yep.
Kong doing very well, shielding with the Black Knight armor.
Yep,
and
Bowser takes down Zio's. So now Kieran is the only one remaining up top, down to 62%, trying to back up into the cover fire of Pasha, but the 4 ER large is just not enough DPS to make it work out.
And that goes it for him.
Kieran goes down.
Now it's Pasha and Navid.
And Naveed is down there fighting for his life. 1 touch already. Yep,
and
Naveed goes down. Now it's down to Pasha.
Now it's just Pasha.
While he will certainly do as much as he can, that's just not enough firepower to clutch the match. Oh, the damage farming. The dancing.
And now they bully. Doing the dance.
Oh, Temu put it out of his misery. It's actually a pretty cool looking Katana camo.
Is it?
It's got the black with the gold trim, of which I'm always a sucker for. Alright. No GGs in chat. Oh dear. Alright, let's look at this damage board though. Because I want to see who farmed. Oh. Give me one moment. Well, while we're waiting for the damage board to load up. There we go. Top damage on the Black Omen side going to, or not Black Omen, 5th Jag going to Pasha, getting 552 in the quick draw. Of which, of course, he had the most range. He was the only one who was really able to challenge. Bottom damage going to Bearclaw, getting 72 damage in his Phoenix Hawk. Bearclaw had MPLs though, so I would have assumed that he was in the best spot to trade against them, since with the 6 MPL Phoenix Hawk, which has the range quirk as well. So I'm surprised to see that one getting the double D. And top damage on the Poggledite side going to Temu, getting 557 in the Phoenix Hawk 2. Honorable mention goes to Bowser in the 401 Katana Cat, seeing as he was just plinking across the entire match. And bottom damage of EMP goes to Stimrog in the Firestarter A, getting 196. And no notable amounts of team damage either, which is good. You don't ever want to see too many war crimes.
Yeah, definitely. And the reason why Poggledice won that match was simply they won in the mech lab.
Yeah.
And I say this unironically because 5th Dragoons stagnated. They should have taken the opportunity to shove their smaller mechs, smaller range mechs, and just push them off. Because for a good amount of time there, Poglodites did spread out. They had 3 mechs to the left
Hmm.
and left the rest in the center. So if
Yeah.
Dragoons had a little bit more scouting, I believe they would have pushed up, but the lack of information and Kieran getting almost legged early on going for that cap definitely did hurt them in the long run.
Yeah. I believe that by the time Fifth Jag decided they want to push, they had just hemorrhaged too much armor against the 3 light peat mechs.
Well, not only that, but one of their mechs got caught out of position fairly quickly, and that was very detrimental
Oh yeah. In
to
fact,
their defensive strength
I didn't
overall.
even realize it until you called it out, and by the time you called it out, it was too late. Weapon Master was just done. It was so quickly removed from the field on just that single sidestep out of cover.
Normally in past years of competitive, as far as I understand, a deck like that from the 5th Dragoons would have easily won. So light PPCs were not that great at the time, and neither were the mechs that
Mm-hmm.
could run such builds. But now we're seeing these mechs come out into the open more and more, and we're seeing overall higher competitive players, even lower competitive players, taking advantage of it as we've seen previously in other matches.
Yep. However, that drop is in the past. What do you think we'll see for the one here?
I think similar deck from POG, and I think
Light peep spam?
5th Dragoons are gonna do something, well, not light peeps, but just PPC Overwatch in general.
Mm-hmm.
Those mechs are fairly strong, and there's a couple of them out there on the inner sphere side that really stand out for using PPCs. Maybe a couple ER larges as well, like yesterday with CDU and Pax Prebellum.
Yeah. I was actually going to bring up PAX. I believe that from Fifth Jag we'll probably see a drop deck like PAX, where it's the 3 ER large mechs and then three MPL lights. Like PAX brought Battlemaster, Stalker, and then Triple Wolfhound. Like I do expect to see something in that vein from Fifth Jag Dragoons, but I do believe you're right that Pog will probably go for something a little more pinpoint. Probably Peeps. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised to see Stimrog in the light peep fire starter again, using the speed and maneuverability that brings to the table in order to get close.
Personally, I believe we'll see heavy machine gun lights again. And have some Overwatch with PPCs in general.
Mm-hmm.
Because PPCs are fairly strong. One example we can bring up is a Shadowhawk. You could fire triple ER PPC on it, and it has very, very good velocity. High heat, but that doesn't matter when you're a Pop-Tart sniper. Shooting at extreme ranges of 900 meters and beyond. Whittling down the enemy so that the wolf pack can move in and make their move.
Yeah. I'm not sure how well I prefer HMGs here over MPLs, simply because, as we saw in CDU against Pax Perbellum, even just that 120 optimal difference when you're trying to close, that can do some serious hurt.
But it's also worth noting that those divisions are entirely different, and pilot skill is also
true.
definitely different.
That's definitely
So you won't see as many mistakes here as you saw in those matches yesterday.
And waiting on Pogular to denounce lock. There we go. Let's get going to drop 2, Alpine Peaks. Alrighty, so on the Pogular champ or on the Pog side, we see a Dragon Fang, a Panther 10K, a Highlander 733, Battlemaster 1G, Firestarter A, Shadowhawk 2K. So you were correct, Derek. This is an ERPPC heavy drop deck.
Definitely. And a Highlander, that is something I did not expect, but not entirely out of the question. As we know, that Highlander, I believe, is quirked for PPCs.
Yep, it's running
But
2 Peeps, 2 Light Goss, and 3 Rocket 20s.
rocket launchers.
Alright, Stim. Alright, I see you. What do we see from the 5th Jag side?
So for the 5th Jags, we have 2 Battle Masters, as obviously they are ER larges, Firestarter, a Commando 1B, another Battle Master, and the Blackjack 3. As we know, the Blackjack 3 is quirked for PPCs, but what kind of PPCs? ER PPCs, so the standard run-of-the-mill, and it looks like that Commando is running up early into Theta.
Yep. Commando has 3
Wrapping it.
ER meds and an SRM 4. I'm curious what the choice behind that build was.
It's a kiting mech, essentially.
Ah.
Making advantage of those range on the ER mediums and its speed and tankiness.
And
Definitely giving an edge.
And I guess you still have the CT SRM 4 if those commando arms fall off, as they often love to.
And if you pay attention to above Kappa a little bit, you'll see Kong moving up in the Fang, climbing the mountain, going to make advantage of the high point of the mountain. Definitely a good move already.
Yep, Kong running the 3 ER large, 1 light Goss Fang build, and Pasha did actually make him though. Wait, did Pasha make him?
I believe he did.
Oh yes, because Kong put up the UAV. Pasha saw that immediately, so that did give the jig up.
Bowser's there with Kong too, though, so it's going to be a bit of a problem for Pasha to contest with both of them, especially with Bowser and that Panther. The Panther is extremely quirked. They're shooting him with ER larges, but it doesn't matter because they've already shoved off the Blackjack from the side of the hill there.
I'm surprised at 5th Jag bringing triple Battlemaster. Because I mean, the Stalker is almost universally better at ER larges, which makes me inclined to believe that they are saving all 3 of their Stalkers and they have them planned for a different drop.
Definitely. Right now, they are focusing on Bowser and Kong, but this is allowing Stim, Temu, and Texan to make a move instead. Moving up, Texan definitely moving up to abuse that Blackjack a little bit, if possible. Both of them trading. Pasha taking a little bit of damage, and as soon as he got hit, he needs to back up because he knows something is coming.
Let's see things from the eyes of Bowser for a moment. Not even playing with advanced zoom. Wow. What a chat.
Looks like Bear Claw's way in the back, providing information to his teammates on any potential movements.
Yep. He's a bit too far out to take or receive damage, except from Kong's Light Goss, but he pretty much can see everything. And it's going to take a long time for caps to become critical, so we are essentially in the slowest part of the trading fest right now. Stimrock is coming up on the side, though, and
all 3 of them, Pog, Stim, and Texan, I believe they're going to want to take Theta, but
Stimrock has been scouted.
Yes, and the Firestarter and Commando from 5th Dragoons moves up. However, they have Overwatch, Poglodite's side, forcing those lights to hemorrhage their armor a little bit, not entirely, but just a bit.
Yeah, and so far the only one who's taken significant damage so far, and by significant I mean more than 20%, is Pasha, down to 76% in his Blackjack 3 as he is forced to fall back to his teammates.
Well, as you know, Kieran is also hurt as well. He actually got hit in the head.
Oh.
Open head and red CT armor. He has to be very careful to not get picked off early. If he does, that could prove very, very fatal for the Dragoons overall in the long run.
Weapon Master Naveed going to get a wide angle around Theta.
Yes.
Just sort of scouting right now, not really looking to push. However, they are playing with fire because if Stimrog lands one solid hit against either of those lights, they are immediately in a very precarious spot.
Definitely. It looks like they got the memento to back up, back away. Texan taking a bit of large laser fire there. And now Navid and Weapon Master swing back again. However, in the further back, Temu has that Overwatch for Texan to make sure those lights do not press him any further.
Yep.
On the mountaintop, Pong and Bowser fairly damaged. Just damage spread all around. Bowser overheating himself a little bit earlier.
Bearclaw down to 66%.
Oh,
I didn't even notice
that's not
that.
good for him.
I thought he was entirely safe given his range.
Well, remember that
He's open CT.
Remember that the Panther and the Dragon have fairly significant range, well as Stim, and he's just getting plinked. They're looking at him. Right now they aren't, but he is unable to do very much right now.
Yep.
A large laser fire coming in. Stim trying to move up, trying to get into a tightened spot next to them. However, he's taking a bit of damage there.
Yeah,
Not significant damage.
I think Stim just wants to be able to use his rockets before this ends.
Definitely, and Navid coming over to dig in a little bit more into him.
Stim's Gauss arm is open. Oh wait, no, never mind.
Yes,
Wrong
it
side.
is.
Wait a minute, which side is that?
He is, believe he is cored though. Yes, he is
Yeah.
very cored. It's all right-sided, but again, very hurt now. Not sure that was the best move.
Yeah.
However, this forces 5th Dragoons to look away
Oh, Stimrog goes down
as
though.
Poglodites grab that cap, and now Texan's going to fight Weapon Master. Weapon Master is legged, actually.
I want to see that fight.
He's very legged, and Texan's probably going to finish him off here in just a moment.
Weapon Master's one touch side as well. Texan's not even gonna go for the leg anymore. He's just gonna take out the XL.
And now 5th Dragoons, like a beehive, coming back to the right side, trying to take Theta again, but I think it's too late for that.
Even though you lost Stimrog's assault mech, I feel like losing the light is critical here, given the fact that caps are almost at the tipping point.
Definitely, and Bearclaw and Bowser now trading. I think Bowser and Kong are going to team up on Bearclaw, and he knows that, so he switches away for a moment.
Yeah, Bearclaw just needs to play his life for as long as he can. Naveed manages to make Theta neutral, but an airstrike does stop him from getting the cap. Texan is in vain trying to stop Naveed from taking Theta, but I believe that Theta is now theirs.
Yes, both teams looking very, very hurt right now. Strike's going out. Nuclear Weapon, very hurt as well. He is cored too now.
All three of the Battle Masters are essentially on death's door.
And so Texan rotates right, knowing that there is no point keeping Theta, and Epsi will likely be the last chance that they can get to win. And the Dragoons know this. Pasha jumping up high to get a shot at him, failing to get that height.
The only one who could stop Texan is Bearclaw, but as soon as Bearclaw exposes, he could be punished.
And a strike goes on near him, actually, and he has to rotate away a little bit.
Oh, it's an airstrike, and he does manage to dodge it, but Texan is still on the cap point, and now POG is here as well.
POG misses that PPC shot, however, and I think POG's going to go down as a strike against Texan.
Yeah,
not looking good.
POG
POG goes down. It's just Texan now. Navid's going to try and pressure Texan. However, Navid takes way too much damage. Yes, he is.
Touch. A single spray could put him down.
But so is Kong. Kong is also one touch. This could go any way.
Temu needs to get up there. He's the only fresh mech on the field right now.
Bowser is rotating to get a spot on Bearclaw. Bearclaw might go down in a moment. Bearclaw looking over to notice. Rotates away.
Bowser whiffs the kill shot, though.
I don't think he could have gotten it from that angle,
Oh,
but it doesn't matter.
It
Temu
does
gets
press
Bear Claw.
Bear Claw out of cover in order to rotate away, and that's all Temu needs.
And now Temu's gonna move up.
It's a 4v4.
Very, very tight match right now. Pasha needs to be careful to make an advantage of the jump jets again, pop-tarting as best as he can. It looks like Bowser's got that oversight, though, getting shot by Nuclear Weapon. Nuclear Weapon's one shot, though. Bowser is fairly hurt, too. Still has a bit of armor to spare. And it looks like Navid's going to go far and wide for that Kappa. Running in for free.
He knows
Nobody has spotted him yet.
He knows that it's at the point where kills is not as important as caps.
However, Texan is rotating back. Information's been said. Texan may be going for Theta, not noticing Kappa.
Pasha going in to intercept Texan, though.
This is not looking good. If the Dragoons get that cap and hold it for at least 20-30 seconds.
Oh, Kieran Yagami is coming in to screen for Theta, though. Poglodite needs to make a play, and they need to make it immediately.
It looks like they've rotated already. I believe this is going to go in the direction of the 5th Dragoons.
Yep.
Cap-wise, at least.
Poglodites needs to secure a cap point immediately, and 5th Jag is just putting everything they have into Theta.
I don't think it's going to be enough, though.
Not unless Bowser or Kong Lord's making a run for Kappa. Actually, never mind. He's going to trade.
Looks like Bowser and Temu, Texan, grouping up for a final push. Texan needed to be very, very careful, but there's not enough time.
No, I think 5th Jag has won this match.
Nope. If you notice, Kong is going for that cap.
Oh, shit.
Trying to get an angle. However,
double
Kieran
kill!
and Nuclear goes down.
Texan's gonna push immediately.
Pasha now.
Pasha's legged. Texan's pushing.
And
oh my
Pasha
goodness.
goes down.
And Kong is on Kappa. Kong is on Kappa.
What an upset.
And Naveed is all the way on K10 Hill. Naveed is on K10. It's over.
It is definitely over.
Wow.
What an upset.
Talk about an endgame collapse right there. Unbelievable. Oh, wait a minute. No. POG got an illegal cap. Naveed is still on the field.
That is not good. Because Naveed is now just going to run away. They don't know where he's at.
No, POG.
What was the illegal cap?
Sigma.
Huh. Sigma was the illegal cap.
So for those of you who do not know the ISC rules, you are limited to 3 of the caps on the map. Sigma and Gamma are the Alpine illegal cap points, and if you take them, you have to win on kills. You cannot win on caps. So Naveed, if he manages to time out and he's still alive, 5th Jag wins. Wow. Unbelievable.
Definitely an upset. And now we watch as David sits in the corner. If you notice, he's got some eyeballs on his mech. Got some very nice eyeballs, sir. The look of that commando is very worried and very scared.
Very scared, because he's one touch, and Kong is closing in.
Uh-oh.
But it's not going to matter in time. Kong's not going to get there in time.
They're right next to each other, actually.
Wow.
It is over. Dragoons win on a technicality.
Unbelievable.
So I'll have to review when that illegal cap
It
was
was
grabbed.
taken immediately after they took Theta. So I would
Oh,
assume that they assumed. In my belief, is that they killed all six players, or they believe that they killed all six players, and the game didn't immediately end by caps. So they thought they had to grab one of those, but not everyone was dead. I think they didn't realize that Naveed was still alive.
do you know who grabbed the cap?
I do not actually. I'll have to recheck the VOD for that.
I will check in just a moment.
Alrighty, and if we look at the damage scores here, we see top on 5th Jag going to Kirin Yagami, 674. Bottom on 5th Jag going to Weapon Master, 149. I'm a little surprised to see that Kirin got so high of damage, seeing as he got opened very early in the fight. Top on the Pogodite side going to Temu, getting 733 damage in his Battle Master. It's quite the farm. And bottom damage going to Stimrog, 141 in his Highlander 733C.
Now, reviewing the footage, it looks like Bowser grabbed Sigma at the end there.
Interesting.
Kong being on Kappa, and Texan and Temu on Theta.
Yep, so I believe that they didn't realize Naveed was still on the field. I believe that they assumed they got all six players, and then if the game doesn't immediately end, you do have to get a cap point then. So odds are Naveed was just so far gone, so far under the radar that they just didn't know. But we're about to do Alpine again, so let's see if the same mistakes are repeated. I hope they aren't, because honestly, that's a very depressing way to lose a match. That's definitely
Oh,
kicking the team morale.
it gives me a memory of back when I was playing with pre-Oops in MJ12. Division B match. It was against Comstar. We were playing on River City, and believe it was Frio who stepped on a capped it illegally, and that match ended up with me killing most of the enemy team, and at the very end I missed my last volley and lost the match, but
Ouch.
what
Yeah.
a rampage that match was, especially the set overall.
And
It was a
that
very
and that was
time.
ISC too, right? Because I believe ISC is the only format that has illegal caps.
Yes, believe it was.
Let's see if I'm doing the math right now. Yeah, POG actually didn't need the illegal cap to win. They just had to wait out the timer with the 3 cap, and that would have
Yes.
been enough.
So yes, I do agree with you. It was a miscalculation, probably some misinformation as well. Can definitely tell it was a communications error there. That they could find the last mech in time and win the match. However, as we saw, Navid ran off as soon as he grabbed that cap. He ran
Yep.
away.
Yep, and then Naveed was coming back. I believe he was going to go for his glorious demise. And then the moment he saw Sigma being capped, he immediately bailed. Alrighty. So, obviously, since Fifth Jag just played all their Battle Masters, I wouldn't be surprised to see Triple Stalker coming from here. Um, Seeing as it's the same tonnage bracket, you don't really have to change things up, and I would be surprised if they didn't play any Stalkers, seeing as Stalker is pretty much the universally better ER trader now, with the only advantage the Battlemaster having is speed.
Stalker definitely has those mounts though, so keep that in mind. That ridge peaking is going to be a lot more seen than the Battle Masters. The Battle Masters can ridge peak too, however, they do expose a little bit more. And as we know, Alpine is not the best in rendering, so sometimes you may see the mech, you may not see it.
Mm-hmm. There is some discussion in chat on whether or not POG was at the mathematically right point in order to win with the 3 cap, or if they needed the 4 cap. And I think I'm going to have to go recheck the VOD after this to see exactly when the point that
I
they
can
got
tell
to
you right
was.
now, there was 2 minutes and 15 seconds left when they got the triple cap at 490 points. That
490
is more
versus
than enough
717. So each ticket is that's 180 per minute, 360. So yeah, then that would have totally been enough then.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so then the 3 cap could have won them the game. It just, I believe that because it didn't get the instant cap, you just like when the brain just went on autopilot.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, the math does check out then that they could have won with the 3 cap.
Nonetheless, that was a very, very interesting map to watch.
Yep.
I don't think anybody could have expected the outcome of that one.
Nope. And then we are about to go for a repeat of which, let's see, Alpine plays so differently from both sides. I'm curious to see if Poglodites or Fifth Jag will run the same deck or not, or at least run the same strategy. I'm hoping to see Fifth Jag play a little bit more conservatively with their mechs, because they had the cap lead, but in the end, what came and bit them in the bum is that they overexposed too many times. And Kieran was open. I believe Weapon Master was the first to die. Got immediately ganked as soon as he overexposed. Bearclaw was getting plinked to death across the map. So I think Fifth Jag needs to play a little more conservatively with their mechs if they plan on going for the true cap win.
And both teams are locked. Here we go.
Let's get to it. Let's see, from the Jag side, we are seeing a blackjack, a spider, a grasshopper, a corsair, a flea, and another corsair. Still no stalkers. They have got to be saving the stalkers for something, though.
And for the Pocket Lights, we have a Stalker, an Awesome AQ, Panther again, a Javelin, a Phoenix Hawk, and very interesting Battlemaster again for Temu. I wonder what the Awesome has. Probably ERPPCs, I would imagine. Yes, 5 ERPPC Awesome.
5? Oh my goodness.
What are your thoughts on that, Mr. Tios?
How fast is that? I gotta check.
It is
going
40.5
40.5 kph. Unbelievable.
a slow chunker
I'm gonna
moving
need
ahead.
I'm gonna need Stim to send me that build code after this because oh my goodness.
Well, I don't think it's gonna be good for quick play. I can tell you that.
Oh, absolutely not. But that's gonna be fun to play in comp. Weapon Master running up in the flea to get Theta.
Uh, very interesting stickers on Mr. Bearclaw. Not sure if I could say that on stream, but you can have a look at it.
Where is Bear Claw? Is he on the K10?
He is
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
Corsair.
yeah. He's going K10 hill. Okay. Uh, come on, game. Oh dear, Bear Claw. Oh dear. Oh dear.
All right, let's get back into it. Looks like
Yeah.
Zaya's taking some early fire from Bowser, going up the mountain. It looks like Navid's up on the mountain as well. I don't think
Yeah.
Navid knows Bowser's there.
I don't think
No clue at
Bowser
all.
knows Naveed is there.
No, and I think they now know he's there. However, Navid not caring
Are they
because they
just
have
gonna
lines of sight on him.
are they just gonna agree to share the hill? Is that what we're gonna
It
see?
seems
Because
that
I mean,
way.
I think if it comes down to a fight, Naveed Spider does beat Bowser's Panther, seeing as it's an MG light.
Yes,
It's
but
an MG
Navid
light and
also
it has
has
a
to
rate
be
of fire.
careful
Oh yeah.
because in the back, Stim with the 5 ERPPCs.
Oh no.
If Navid jumps down that hill, might be the end for him. And it looks like Navid takes some early damage, and Navid backing up
Yep.
for the better.
Nope. He's staying. He's staying. He just popped down, but he's staying.
And
he
he
put up
pops
the
the
UAV.
UAV.
Oh my goodness, though, taking serious
Bowser
hits.
notices, takes it down. And it looks like Poglodite stretching out to the right there. Similar setup to what the Dragoons had last month.
God,
However,
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Apologies.
I was gonna say if Naveed was in any other mech than the Spider, he would not be able to scale the almost a vertical side of the hill as well as he is during this fight.
However, Temu is taking an even higher spot, a more common spot seen in very high division matches.
Yep.
That ridge above Epsi and a little bit between Sigma.
And unlike the spot Bear Claw took, Temu's spot also has a fair amount of cover to hill hump from. He's not going to be caught out in the open like Bear Claw and plinked to death across the map.
Since Zayas sitting there up front, looking up to the mountain. And it looks like Bowser is applying pressure to Navid. Navid having to back up.
Are they still going at it?
Yes, they are.
Oh,
Navid
dear.
taking damage, consistent damage. He's unable to engage properly and has to back away. However, Navid's got Overwatch from Pasha and Weapon Master. Weapon Master coming to help him out in the flee. But I don't know if it's going to be in time or if it's going to be any help at all. But I think Bowser has gotten wind of it and he's backing up.
Yep. Because
POG coming over to help Bowser.
Since Naveed and Weapon are now just going to push down the fleet, Naveed is now red leg armor.
Yes, and I think POG is going to take advantage of that potentially.
They don't know that POG is there. POG is going to jump over the hill, coming down like the Valkyries of old.
He is Batman. Watch out.
Coming through.
Now Weapon Master and Navid going to back up. Navid going to try and take that high ground. However, Stim is coming up. He doesn't know.
There. Oh no.
Stim knows.
Naveed.
He knows.
Oh no.
Navid coming up. He shoots a PPC. Navid doesn't see the PPC.
Oh!
He does. And he gets legged. And now Stim
went.
moving in for the kill. And that's it.
My
Bowser
God.
gets him instead.
Wow.
That is definitely something you do not want to see. Meanwhile, on the other side
of the map where the assaults are,
Temu and Kong, as well as Texan, moving up slowly.
Texan down to 69%.
The attention of the Dragoons are now a little bit shaken up.
CSJ does have a cap lead, though. I mean, not CSJ. Fifth Jag does have a cap lead, though. So
yes. However, Poglodite is near Kappa, an easy grab for Bowser and Pogular to get to.
Bearclaw is getting hammered by the combined 7.
Yes, and those stickers definitely sharing his opinion about it.
Mm-hmm. Bearclaw
Right now,
just getting hammered beyond belief.
Yes, but Texan is very hurt as well. He's lost quite a bit on his mech. He's hurt all around. However, he's going to go run in for that middle cap, Theta, and
No one's
grab
gonna be
it
able to
real
challenge
quick.
it though. Everybody else
No,
is
nobody
too
is.
preoccupied.
Yes, they're trying to look at Pogular, who just tried grabbing Kappa. However, it doesn't matter. 5th Dragoon's now moving up to be aggressive to stop Texan from getting that cap.
Theta
Now
is about
Kieran's
half
coming under
capped,
fire.
so they do have a bit of time, but let's see how effective Texan's Overwatch will be.
Yes, Kieran did take quite a bit of damage there. He's at 78% right now. Not looking good. And now Zyos and Weapon Master are going to move in. However, Pogular is there to get some aggro off of Texan. I think Texan's going to go down here very shortly.
Bearclaw's
He
now
has
open
no
CT.
Overwatch. Texan doing his best to be an annoying little gnat with no arms.
Nope, Texan goes down. Weapon Master in the fleet does take down Texan.
However,
Bearclaw's
Stim
down
now. Stim is moving to grab Kappa.
Bearclaw's at 45%, one touch CT.
Yes, and Temu is also taking quite a bit of damage. And now they're going to group up and try to take out Kong and Temu. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though, as Stim is moving in to grab that cap and make it so that the 5th Dragons only have one cap to work with. Zyos is very hurt, though.
Zyos
He goes down. Now
Temu is
Pasha
open CT, Kong is open side. Meanwhile, Weapon Master in the fleet
guess
is
who's
still at
coming back?
90%.
POG is coming back to help out.
POG is just running around the map. He's running a marathon in that.
And he just... Weapon Master just took a nasty hit, and he has to pull away from what he was doing. And now I think POG's going to be very aggressive towards that Blackjack. They're now going to move up on those two mechs. Looks like Kong trying to make a move. However, Bearclaw is trying to punish him. Bowser's going to move in, though, and try to clean him up very, very quickly here, and he does.
Weapon Master loses sight of Temu, though, in the Battle Master. I'm not sure how you lose sight of that, but he takes a solid burn in the side and the CT as a result. He's got to back off. Meanwhile, Pasha's down the red.
Yes, and Stimrog putting in that work with the awesome, the 5 ERPPC awesome, as the strike goes out, and Kieran may go down here in just a moment. Not looking good, and there he goes. There goes the Corsair. And now it's just Pasha and Weapon Master. Unsure of what to do.
Pasha gets halved. Weapon Master in the fleet, trying to get as much damage against POG as he can. And now it's just Weapon Master's fleet. He's open CT. And
Pogular
gets Pogular. And Temu gets the kill.
And that's it. That was a pretty decisive match, I would say.
Yep.
With the Spider going down. And the Dragoons slowly getting crunched from both sides.
Alright, let's get this scoreboard up for y'all. So, top damage going on the POG chat on the POG side. I almost said POG champ. Oh my goodness. Top damage on the POG side going to Temu. 610 in the Battle Master. Lowest damage going to Texan. 49 in the Javelin. Top damage on the 5th Jag side going to Pasha. 465 in the Blackjack. And Naveed. 52 in the Spider. Only 52? I thought he was fighting Bowser for quite some time. Interesting. I'm not sure. Ooh, it's been a long time since I've ever seen a spider playing comp. Like 2015 is honestly what it, what it feels like for the last time I saw the MG spider brought in comp play.
Hmm. Just my personal opinion about that Alpine match. I think the Dragoons should have capitalized on pushing after the bigger mechs when Navid was pinned down.
Hmm.
I don't think Navid was going to get out of there alive after he started jumping up the mountain again. However, I think that if he'd pulled back along with the flea and they all just shoved their weight towards the bigger mechs that were isolated, because there's 3 mechs at that point: the Awesome, the Phoenix Hawk, and the Panther were isolated from their team, so they could just take advantage of that and just move forward with all their weight. We know that they weren't going to catch a spider, and we know that they couldn't catch a flea.
Yeah,
So why not take advantage of that and just pull those mechs back and shove them towards the other mechs that are isolated?
yeah. I did receive some post match confirmation that actually Stimrog did not land a single shot against Naveed Spider. The credit for the takedown goes entirely to Bowser in his Panther. So I stand corrected. It seems the Panther does beat the MG Spider in a 1v1. And I apologize to any who I have misled.
I don't think the spider should have stayed in the fight personally. I
No,
don't think
I
there's any point, especially with an Awesome slowly creeping its way across the map, overwatching Bowser in case the spider pushes him back.
mhm.
Phoenix Hawk there was a little bit of an added bonus, I would say.
Yep, I'm not sure how much the Phoenix Hawk brought to that fight, other than looking cool as he leapt down into the battle, which
Well, he
absolute
definitely
style
he's
points.
he's definitely a buffer though for the Panther, because the
Yeah.
Panther does have that accuracy and does have that aim. However, it can get fairly hot, and if that flea had pushed in a lot sooner before the Phoenix Hawk could get in there in time, might have been a different story in the end. But
Hmm.
turned out the way it did, and now we're gonna move on to the next map, which is Viridian Bog. And as we both know, Viridian Bog's gonna be a fairly chunky drop.
Yep,
Definitely gonna see those heavy contenders moving in.
I'm expecting a lot of mid-range trade.
I think it's just gonna be a flat out brawl, personally. Send in fast, heavy hitters, clean up quick and fast.
I'm hoping we see somebody bring in IS Orion. I haven't seen any of those in comp since their buff. But actually, wait a minute. Did the IS Orion get the speed quirk like the Orion 2C?
Do not think so. I do
Never,
not think it did.
never mind then. I thought it got the speed quirk as well.
We can double check though, which
I'm
I
gonna,
will do.
yep, pull that
It
up
did
right
not
now.
get speed. Did not get
Okay,
any speed.
okay. So
It got a lot of armor, but no speed.
the only IS mechs that have speed quirks are the Dragon, the Warhammer, one of the Battle Masters, and one of the Awesomes. Okay, so not a lot of speed quirked brawlers here. Seeing as, I mean, the Dragon definitely a speed quirked brawler. Grand Dragon hit. It doesn't really hit hard, but it has a lot of firepower, or it has a lot of armor and a lot of speed. Warhammer 90 wouldn't really consider that a premier brawler. Battlemaster 3M, it's just too squishy. Pretty Baby though, I don't think they'll spend their hero mech on the Pretty Baby.
I wouldn't think so either.
More of I hope they don't.
If they did, it'd be a funny mech.
It'd be
Like
glorious.
a
It would be meme-tastic.
like a funny car, it is a funny mech. Gotta say though, 5 ERPPC awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely wins the Build of the Night award. Definitely wins Build of the Night.
The actual Fat Man has appeared.
Yeah, in fact, Gadolinium, thank you very much. Just sent me the build code that apparently Stim was running on that mech, and it is wonderful to see. It seems Bowser has dropped to rebuild his mech. He has 600 mechs, and yet they are not ready for comp.
So, the type of mechs we may see in this, we were talking about it before, I think yesterday. I think see some dragons.
You
A few
do?
dragons potentially.
Which one
However,
are you thinking? Grand Dragon?
Grand Dragon potentially, yes. I think the Orions, so the 2Cs, we may potentially see those if it is a Brawl Rush.
Yeah, but I mean, definitely not an ISC.
Yeah. If only.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's IS mechs only, so. IS Orion, I don't think we'll see it. Maybe a quick draw. Quick draws are definitely
Yeah,
something you may
definitely.
see.
Now that the non-IV4 variants got the armor quirks.
Maybe some Victors. Better Victors, potentially. Maybe even the Catapult.
The Catapult K2?
How about that? Yes.
Catapult K2
K2.
is also due for a major buff next patch, so...
As well as the other catapults, the A1 in particular getting plus 25 armor
Yep.
to its little missile arms. And an HSL quirk. So maybe then.
Even if we don't see him here today, I'm definitely preparing myself to see some catapults in the final week of ISC.
Another mech we may see, the Roughneck.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting the Roughneck exists.
Well, there's just so many other mechs that you could play now that the Roughneck is something that doesn't always have to be picked.
Yep.
These days. But I do think it could be just a mid-range map, mech-wise. How many times has the Panther been used? Twice? 3 times?
3 times. They brought it on Hellbore, the Katana Cat, and then an ERPPC Panther on both Alpines.
So correct me if I'm wrong, so they cannot use any more Panthers, correct?
Yep.
So here we are, Poglodites, a Stalker, an Annihilator, Shadowhawk, a Blackjack, and a Phoenix Hawk, as well as a Mauler MX-90 on the left. Mauler bringing 6 AC5s, a Stalker with larges, the Annihilator with quad ERPPC. Actually, apologies, the UI messed up a bit there. Annihilator is AC5s and 2 Rack 5s. So it looks like a mixture of Pop-Tarts and DACA.
Alrighty. And then on the 5th Jag side, we have two Annihilator 1Ps, both with, one has ER Peeps, one looks to have ER Large. Bearclaw again, writing obscenities on his mechs. Naveed in the Assassin 23, Corsair 7A, Vulcan 5T, Blackjack 1X. So, this looks to be a pretty hefty mid-range deck. Trying to lock on to Naveed so I can see his loadout. 3 Light Peep, 3 Serm, 2 Assassin 23. What is Zyos running in his Blackjack? Zyos is running 4 large, 4 ER meds. So yeah, looks to be a heavy mid-range trading deck from 5th Jag. And yeah, so I don't think we'll see too much of a brawl here. Stimrog trying to move up low ground. You said 4 AC5s, 2 Rack 5s?
On the Annihilator.
Yes, okay.
And the Mauler has 6 AC5. It looks like the Dragoons, though, have grabbed both of those caps early on, so it's going to be a bit of a slog, potentially, for Poglodites.
Dragoons just seem to be a bit more intent on getting the early caps, while Pog seems to be more intent on just getting the trading set up because they know that its ISC and cap are not quite as vital since you're only limited to 3 cap points on the map. That just gives you plenty of more time to work with.
Seems like right now the assaults, the Dragoons are just sitting up there, trading against anybody against them. Bearclaw, though, taking a bit of damage. 91% in yellow. Where did he get hit? He got hit in the head.
Oh, by the triple peeps from Bowser, I believe, then.
Yes. Very dangerous for Bearclaw now, however. It won't be a while before he goes down. Strike going out. Hitting a little bit against Temu.
Yeah, even then, though, following up on the headshot would be a rare occurrence, but even then, that'd just be enough to scare me if I was in Bearclaw's shoes.
Looks like right now Bearclaw taking even more damage. His side torsos are open. Those PPCs are just tearing his mech apart, ripping the armor off.
Yeah, and I believe it's all from Bowser. I believe Bowser is the only one with peeps, yeah.
Yes, it is Bowser. And it looks like Bearclaw has had enough as well, and now is just going to sit there and wait. And now it's probably Saiku's turn to get farmed a bit, if he decides to peek.
Well, you say that, but the fight may be starting at Kappa here, as Stimrog is slowly... He's gotten in.
He's already
closed.
there.
He's opening fire.
There's no scouting on that side. That's not good at all for the 5th Dragoons, as their Assassin and Blackjack are on the left side of the map currently.
Weapon Master's coming in the Vulcan, but if he is not prepared, Stimrog will just slap him straight into the Shadow Realm with that build on the Annihilator. Weapon Master's gonna come in and poke.
Meanwhile, Kong just pushing up right through the middle there, not even caring about that Assassin.
Kieran down to 75%. Kieran gets halved. Stimrog is just free farming.
Kieran is so hurt right now. He's halved. Only 2 larges in a Gauss, and his strike is starting to go out.
Kong
Kieran
Lord
doesn't
is
notice
coming
it.
in.
Kieran
and
is actually going to run through the strike and take some of it.
Kong Lord is coming in to create a sort of pincer with Stim. He's gonna come in and get the back shot. Weapon Master's gonna come in and get the back shot on Texan. Texan's not gonna turn around and deal with it. Oh no, never mind. He is.
And here comes Stim. Just coming in with those racks and auto cannons. They're not able to do much against them as Kong. They're just pincering them right now. They're pincering them completely.
And now Simrog's taking all of the damage, but that is giving Pog the ability, Pog and Kong Lord, the ability to just move in and start farming.
Now Kong's just gonna push in and be a little deterrent for his teammates to move up now. Weapon Master trying to come in from the side. Takes the side torso. But Kong doesn't care. He's just going in.
Kong is just standard engine tanking now. Yep.
He goes down. But it doesn't matter now. Everybody's in the fight together. Naven and Bearclaw getting stuck on each other for some reason. And a strike goes out. Zyos has to back up. And he goes down as Bowser comes in from the side with the triple ERPPC and takes him out immediately. Bearclaw goes down. Now it's just Naven and Weapon Master. Not looking good for Naven as he falls apart.
It's down to Weapon in the Vulcan.
Now that Mauler is just going to come in and smacks him right in the face with 6 AC5. Very, very decisive win there for POG. There wasn't a lot of scouting going on for the 5th Dragoons. Maybe some misinformation, but also definitely that early damage on the Annihilator definitely did sway the field of view for the assault mechs as they try to sit up there. Amusingly enough, the Phoenix Hawk in good condition, missing an arm, but otherwise fine.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when you're being pushed by mechs that big, the Phoenix Hawk just becomes not.
Gotta hand it to Kong though, tanking down to 22%, 25%.
Stalker 7Ds are no joke. They can tank forever in that mid to close range fight.
Yep, just gotta boop it on the nose.
Yeah, actually, the nose is actually where its CT is smallest. You want to shoot around the cockpit, as I discovered.
Hmm.
I am curious to see these damage numbers.
They are fairly high for Mr. Semrog.
Of course. Oh dear, Stimrog. 705 damage. Let's get these players swapped before I start on the overview, so that way they can get themselves situated and ready. So, Stimrog getting top damage, 705 the Annihilator. Bottom going to Pogular, 186. And you know what? 186 in the Phoenix Hawk isn't even that bad, given the fact that he was screening a lot of the match, and 5th Jag just died super quick. And then top damage on the 5th Jag side going to, looks like Naveed in the Assassin, getting 390. With a close second, Bearclaw and his Annihilator getting 376. And bottom going to Kieran in his Corsair, getting 116. And Kieran just had no chance, because the moment that Stimrog came around the corner, Kieran just got immediately melted and cut in half.
Definitely a lack of scouting there. As Annihilator just walked in for free and started shooting immediately.
And Annihilator should never get that close for free. Absolutely never.
I think the other thing too was Kong grabbing that aggro and just running through the middle. Grabbed the intention from that Blackjack and Assassin. They were expecting to Stalker, but no, the Annihilator was there instead. Very, very scary experience. Got a little tongue twisted there too. Talking too quick.
Now then. Which means that, let's see. POG has officially won this week, even though we're still going for drop 5, as even if you don't win, every drop 1 is still 1,000 MC netted towards your team. So Poglodites have officially won this week, which preserves their first place slot in Division A. And second place, still going to Black Omen. Actually, when does Black Omen play? Actually, let's see. Black Omen is playing Clan Crossfire this week. I'm surprised I didn't get that on my schedule. So, if Black Omen wins that, they can keep up their they can keep up their tail on Poglodites. However, until Poglodites has their bye week, they can effectively hold on to the lead with pretty much impunity. Seeing as Black Omen has already had their bye and Poglodites has not. And 5th Jaguar Dragoons has locked.
I think both teams are going to switch it up fairly well, though. Hopefully, Dragoons will have better scouting this time around. Because to not let a 100-ton mech waltz into their side flank and get free damage.
Yeah.
But
and I believe it was
Poglodites-
Weapon Master holding that flank, so I'm not sure if he just didn't catch the Annihilator or what. But yeah, that definitely. I think that may have been the tipping point that costed 5th Jag the match.
Well, it's also worth noting that Bowser was in the ERPPC Blackjack, so they weren't able to get up on that high ground and scout properly. They had to stick to the low ground. And as you know, those carrot pieces have been moved around quite a bit. So while they are spaced out, they still block out a significant amount of viewing space for mechs that are on the very bottom of the ground, as opposed to being up on those plateaus.
Come on, Konglord. We're just waiting on you. We're so close to being on the last match. And of course, for those of you who are not aware, in just over an hour at 9 p.m. Eastern, there's going to be another match streamed on this channel. It is going to be a double event with the 9 o'clock match, 9 p.m. Eastern that is, being 228 versus 42. And the match directly after that will be Bears Brawlers against Erie. That's it. So, if you want to watch more comp drops, do feel free to stay tuned. We are going to take a bit of a short break after this, and then we'll be back at 9. But that's later down the road, and we got to focus on the match that's happening right now. On the 5 JDX side, we have Stalker, Firestarter, Annihilator, Stalker, Javelin. I told you, Derek, Stalkers are coming at some point.
Saving them last.
Yep. So, it's going to be double Laser Vomit Stalker, a single ER Large Stalker, Bear Claws and the ER Peep Annihilator again, a Javelin 11A, I assume with medium lasers, and Naveed in a Light Peep Firestarter. What do we got on the Pogodite side?
For the Pogs, Pog himself in the K9, Texan in a Shadowhawk, Bowser in the Blackjack again, Kong in an Annihilator this time with 5 Ultra 5s, and Temu and Stimrog, same builds. So they changed it up a little bit, but more or less the composition is the same.
Yep.
You've got your Pop-Tarts, and then you got your Dockbox.
Yeah. And let's see. So Poglodites is going to have to do the same thing. They're going to have to close with their mid-range assaults.
I disagree, because they can go grab 2 caps and wait for them to come in if they want to.
Yeah, but they're not going for Theta, though.
No, they're not. It looks like they're just going to be aggressive here. And Navid backing away from that cap, realizing what's coming right now. Bearclaw setting up a little bit too close there with quad ERPPCs. I'm not sure what he's thinking there. Kieran down low in the Stalker with Weapon Master as well. Shooting at Bowser up high. Not doing very much damage to him as Bowser has that oversight, that overwatch.
I am worried about the 2 Stalkers being down here, though. This is a dangerous spot.
I am too. Kieran already took 10%. It looks like they're focusing on Bowser right now. Bowser's taking a little bit more damage. They're just looking at him completely, but it doesn't matter because he's a Pop-Tart mech.
Stimrock down to 81%. Stimrock is already soft CT.
That is not looking good for him. However, the other mechs are still fresh. Kong is there, waiting. He's shooting at the Javelin now. The Javelin didn't even see him. And now Zyos has to back away.
Yep, and as soon as Kong Lord brings his guns to bear against the Bearclaw up there.
And nobody notices POG is there. David coming up though, finally. POG missing him completely. And now he has to back up. Very sus.
Kong is coming into Bearclaw though.
Firestarter.
Kong is in a fight in a 1v1 against Bearclaw though. Oh nope, Psyche comes around the Stalker, provides a little bit of overwatch.
Kong needs to be careful. There's a lot of lines of sights that can pick him apart.
Psyche takes serious punishment though on his poke against Kong Lord, down to 75% in the red.
And now Pogular has to back up and away as Bearclaw moves up very slowly.
Both sides,
David trying to cover him.
Both sides are taking serious damage right now with, I believe,
Stalkers are moving up though.
But I believe a
that's
slight
not good
health
though.
lead.
Guess who's there to meet him? Temu's there to meet him, putting both of them down. He's taking quite a bit of damage though, and a strike is on him. He's gonna back away for a moment and look at it at a different angle. And it looks like they're just moving up through the middle potentially with ER larges.
Yeah, Kieran's taking serious damage. Weapons faring a little bit better. Temu is open CT though. That's why he's wary to poke against two pinpoint laser vomit mechs.
But with Kong, Stim, and Pog, but there's a UAV up revealing their information to the rest of the enemy team, and 5th Dragoon swings back to counter it.
The UAV has not spotted Kong though. Kong is outside of its range. But I believe
they know he's there, however. They know he's there. I think Kong is going to get isolated here in a moment. They do know he's there. They spotted him. Bearclaw spots him. And I think that's going to be it for Kong.
Which means that Poglodites needs to make a move immediately if they want to capitalize.
Which they are doing this. Texan moving up 94%. Just moving up to get that back shot on Bearclaw.
Kong Lord gets halved.
Doesn't matter. Looks like Bearclaw just got halved. Yes, he is halved. That is not looking good at all. And Kong's going to try and buy some time, but it's too late. He goes down. Not looking good. Looks like Bowser, Temu, and Texan now taking that other plateau.
Yeah, except the biggest issue is that Pog has 2 mechs against 5th Jag's 5 on this one Spire. Meanwhile, Pog has 3 mechs on the other Spire against 5th Jag's 1.
It looks like Pog and Sim jump down. They're going to try and rotate back as the 5th Dragoons move up to press against them. Texan now taking quite a bit of damage there. And Temu might go down here in just a moment. Bowser gets
drop Psyche.
The Stalker. Finally. Not looking good for Temu though. Temu is about to go down very shortly if he does not pull back in time. It's too late. Yep, Temu goes down. Fortunately, unable to pull back from the terrain. And now Pog up here, contesting with Navid, running through the strikes a little bit.
Kieran
blows themselves up.
That's a huge loss right there. He was one of the heaviest hitters still on the field.
Looks like 5th Dragoons are going to move up with their fresher, smaller mechs. Not a good thing for Texan, as he has to run away and maybe buy some time. But Bowser and Stim are going to rotate back. I think Texan's going to go down here shortly. Pog gets Bearclaw. Texan goes down. And now the Light's going to potentially rotate back. No, they're just going to keep pressing forward. Stimrog is there, though. He's going to lay out the Daka. And Zios may be legged here.
Zayas is legged.
Yes,
doing
and
everything
side torso open.
Meanwhile, Stim
very
is
hurt,
almost
though.
one-touch CT. Yep, Naveed gets Stim, Zios gets Bowser, which leaves Pogular as the only one on the field. Which I believe solidifies the 5th Jaguar win.
Not unless he can get that javelin. Then it might be on. But he's taken a lot of scrape damage from those small lasers and light PPCs from David. Now Zios is going to jump down and blows
Zios.
himself up.
Pogular's doing everything he can to fight, but it's not enough. Wow. What a close fight. GG's to both sides, though. That was
Regarding Kieran suiciding from overheating. He had lost already a significant amount of weapons. He had lost his arm and a couple weapons in his back.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he was kind of half there, I would say.
Weapon Master down to the standard engine tank with only 3 ER meds left. Naveed's actually looking pretty fine. One of his legs is one touch, but beyond that... Let's get this damage board up. Let's see. 653 damage from Temu, top of the lobby. Nope. Yep. Second place going to Naveed, 644 in the fire starter. No real low damages, though. The lowest being 255. So, that was definitely a tooth and nail fight there at the end.
I believe the deciding factor there was Sim taking a lot of early damage to his CT, which prevented him from properly engaging in the fight overall.
Alrighty, well, I'm gonna cut this off without a bit too much fanfare because we are gonna be back here in an hour and 3 minutes. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you Derek for joining me in this. And in an hour, the two of us will be back to stream 42 versus 228. So
And we'll see you then. Thank you for coming, everyone.
Yep. Thank you all for stopping by, and we will see y'all in an hour.